Now, amid the ongoing escalation in West Asia, India has raised concerns over the choking of the Strait of Hormuz at the UN. Speaking at the International Maritime Organization, the UN's top maritime body, India's envoy, Vikram Doraiswami, said that attacks targeting commercial shipping, endangering crews and impeding safe navigation are unacceptable. Making its stance clear, India has called for de-escalation, urging resolution through dialogue and diplomacy with utmost restraint. He further stated that at present 24 Indian flagged vessels are operating in the Persian Gulf, including 22 west of the Strait of Hormuz and 2 to the east of it. Now, he further said that India has also put in place 24/7 helplines for all seafarers, irrespective of nationality, along with a dedicated control room set up by the Ministry of External Affairs and quick response teams to tackle the situation.
Thank you to the Secretary General of the IMO for his efforts and focus on seafarers and the maritime economy. We convey our deepest condolences to families of seafarers injured or killed in the ongoing conflict in West Asia. Of the 7 fatalities mentioned by the Secretary General, 3 are Indian seafarers, 4 more are injured, and 1 is missing. India remains deeply concerned about the evolving situation and continues to call for de-escalation through dialogue and diplomacy, with utmost restraint and priority being given to the safety of civilians. Targeting of commercial shipping and attacks on civilian maritime infrastructure is unacceptable. Such attacks have resulted in the loss of innocent lives, injuries, and heightened risks, including to seafarers. India is among the top 3 seafarer supplying nations, contributing approximately 13% of global seafaring workforce. We remain deeply concerned about the safety and welfare of all seafarers. An estimated 23,000 Indian seafarers have been impacted by the current crisis. At present, 24 Indian flagged vessels are operating the Persian Gulf region, including 22 vessels west of the Strait of Hormuz, with 611 Indian seafarers on board, and 2 vessels east of the Strait of Hormuz, with 47 seafarers on board. All vessels and crew are being closely monitored for their safety and security. India's energy security and trade are critically dependent on the safe and unimpeded passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Any disruption, obstruction, or closures of these vital waterways have direct consequences for India's economy and for global energy and humanitarian supply chains. Our government has instituted robust response mechanisms, including a 24/7 helpline for all seafarers, irrespective of nationality, and a quick response team set up by India's Director General of Shipping. A dedicated control room has also been set up by the Ministry of External Affairs to assist affected seafarers and their families. India has also strengthened maritime monitoring and preparedness measures, including through enhanced information sharing mechanisms. We note with grave concern the grave risk of marine pollution arising from attacks on commercial vessels in these waters. In this context, information network architecture, the role of the Information Fusion Center for the Indian Ocean region, assumes greater importance and should be further promoted by its inclusion in the IMO MSC.
Delegation of India, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you, sir. Could you speak?
Environmental monitoring and coordination with other significant information sharing centers. We reiterate that targeting commercial shipping, endangering civilian crews, and impeding safe and free navigation through international waterways, including the Strait of Hormuz, are unacceptable. The exercise of navigational rights and freedom by merchant and commercial vessels in accordance with international law must be respected. The safety and welfare of seafarers, the security of international shipping, energy supply chains that sustain nations, and humanitarian supply chains that ensure survival and welfare of seafarers must remain paramount. Thank you, Chair.